PMO, customer, senior executive, just people who aren't necessarily directly tied to the Scrum development teams, but have a vested interest in whatever's going on with all that. So we want to talk about items around change management. Specifically Agile transition and what are the real components needed to affect good Agile transition within your company, but also, and I'm talking about the actual activities right there, whereas here we're talking more about the selling of Agile, and you're having to sell this to multiple groups from this point of view, to your executives, to your development team, to your testers, because it's going to be a different way of life. And so, again, along with everybody else's, what are other people doing to affect really positive outcomes, and what has really not worked, as well. And then the idea, if you have one, of the PMO versus the Agile. How do you handle some of those challenges? Because lots of traditional PMOs are lots of rules that are required, and they don't. We're talking, putting a square peg in a round hole a lot of times. And so, how do you deal with some of those activities? So that was more of a change management line of thoughts, and then we wanted to also really talk about what I would call more mechanical activities within Agile itself. How do you sell the importance, again, to these people, this line of thought? How do you sell technical debt versus feature development? The idea that that's a real thing that gets out there, and the more technical debt you can consume, feature dev becomes harder and harder to complete. And how do you go in and say that I need to do 2 sprints of nothing but work that you won't really ever notice? But it'll be hugely important to our organization. Organizational priority, if you're like us, every week is a new priority, regardless if it's 6 weeks worth of work. So how do you manage that? Traditional PMO, again, schedule, cost, and resources. How do you talk to a PMO and tell them that your velocity is 40 story points a sprint, and translate it into a workable schedule for someone to put on their Gantt chart, to put on a slide that's going to go in front of a senior executive somewhere. Estimation methods. What are other people doing? Are people doing it? How are you doing it? What are you doing it with? Story points or T-shirt sizing or whatever else. Mandated requirements versus contractual obligations. I think this ties into what you were talking about. A lot of us get a series of mandated requirements, again, generated by these people right up here. And you get to a good stopping point, or you get to a change point, something doesn't work, it's not technically feasible, it doesn't make now business sense, whatever, but you've got a contract with another company, or you've got an executive saying, this is what I want, how do you deal with that? And finally, dealing with unplanned work, right? That happens to every single one of us every day, drive-by taskings, tests that fail, whatever else is going on with that. But it didn't fit into any one of these things that you're trying to manage up here, and it just wrecked a few things, and how do you deal with that? So those are the things that we would like to discuss as we move forward.
Common practices, like